children. These are childlike minds. They are victims. They are like a child climbing in a perv van thinking they're about to pet a puppy and get some candy. And really, culturally, incrementally, they're about to be hung up by their feet, their throats slit, their guts hung out, and wolves are about to dine on them at their extreme leisure. Okay, I got to stop the ranting. There's like 15 clips. I've got so many guests coming on today. This is incredible. This is so amazing. Infowars.com is busting open with intel. We have got so much election news. We've got incredible Donald Trump clips that I must air. And then let me just tell you what's coming up today. Rob Dew and Paul Watson from Dresden outside Bilderberg. Alex Newman popping in on the plan of Agenda 21 for the feds to invade every county and city to, quote, diversify them. That's building little command bases and then bringing in the homeless and welfare people to create total breakdown. Then we've got Roger Stone popping in, he said, with huge intrigue. Then we've got Dr. Edward Group popping in with big medical news, Leanne McAdoo, and Joe Biggs, and then David Knight and more. And I've got so many clips, so much news, so much economic news. It is an ultra-massive transmission. Be sure and stay in contact with us. Everybody needs to sign up for our newsletter at Infowars.com/newsletter. It's free. Sign up now. We've got huge Bilderberg developments on the cashless society that they're pushing, on imploding Europe, similar model for imploding our borders. Our reporters, Paul Watson and Rob Dew, will be reporting, popping up in the next segment. I have other incredible news here that's going to be coming up in the next segment. Wait till you hear this. The police are now, already started this in Oklahoma, using electronic card readers at a distance that beam at you and then suck the money out of your credit cards. Basically a hacking device that criminals have used previously, claiming if you owe the government money, they just take it right away. Or if they think you've been caught with something illegal, they just take your money on the spot. This is all part of the federal asset forfeiture seizure garbage. This is the police state. This is pure evil, and the police need to reverse this and oppose this. You know, we're not here just hating the police because that just helps the globalist overall. We hate the people running the police that are stomping on our Constitution. Another article just went up on Infowars.com. Napolitano, FBI plan to access browser history, major steps towards police state. So that's coming up. But right now, let me get into the election news. This is big. Let me go through the stack of news. I'm going to come back, play some Trump clips, and then go to Germany with our reporter standing by. Clinton. Trump debate will be a singular moment in American history, and if he savages her, he will defeat her. The problem is if she's robbing Bernie Sanders, she'll try to rob Trump. And Trump has had record numbers now, over 3 million people in the Republican Party that weren't there previous. Hillary, get this, has less voters this time, I'm going to get to that article, than she did last time losing the nomination. But it doesn't matter. She has superdelegates. Oh. Democratic primaries. Clinton claims nomination victory. Washington Post. She claims it. Now everybody else went, historic moment. And all these weird men got there and went, I think it's great women are now in charge. Oh, yeah, women are now in charge. I'd love to have a woman president if she was a patriot. It's not about her being a woman. She's a crime boss, for heaven's sakes. Rasmussen. Superdelegate system created to keep outsiders like Sanders out. Duh. Absolutely. That's from Newsmax. And then here it is, even out of New York Daily News. Super liberal. Hillary Clinton has not won the Democratic primary. Boom. And then it goes on to say a group of superdelegates met in secret, and then they decided what the delegates came and told them what the numbers were, and then they put that on the news that she'd won. Just like they did in New Hampshire. Except there, they said Sanders won, but a day later said, sorry, yeah, by 20 points, but she gets the delegates. And they had arrogant superdelegates on TV going, yeah, I count. Okay. And that's why I'm wearing today on air the Hillary for Prison shirt. Usually wearing a sports jacket in here to respect the show, but, you know, it's time. Hillary for prison. For all of her crimes. It's hundreds of them that are admitted. It's incredible. On Monday, on the eve of the most important day in the primary, on a day where not a single vote was cast, Hillary Clinton was surprisingly declared the winner of the Democratic primary. Tuesday was scheduled to be the single biggest day of the entire Democratic primary, but it wasn't because it had already been decided. Because 694 were going to be pledged delegates up for grabs. New Jersey, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, New Mexico. In the past 45 days alone, more than 650,000 new voters registered in California, and the state announced 70% of available voter registration. It was the highest percentage of people ever registered for primaries in the state. This should have been a celebration of the Democratic Party as it welcomed record numbers of new voters to the fold. Instead, something far more nefarious and underhanded had happened. New voters didn't put Hillary Clinton on the top. Pledged delegates didn't steal the deal, didn't seal the deal. It wasn't a recount of primary caucuses. It was a survey, an anonymous survey. That's what said she won. This AP secret survey of superdelegates, that's what they used the next day to announce, because AP handles the vote, formerly Voter News Services, but they ran it. Now they just call it AP, and it decided. Yes, you read that correctly. A survey, the Associated Press conducted a secret survey of superdelegates in which they promised to protect their identities and determine that just enough of them, the perfect number actually said, they intended to vote for Hillary 50 days from now during the Democratic Convention. And then that was announced the next day after you went and pulled the lever. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, but I'm a conspiracy theorist. I told you our government was funding al-Qaeda in Syria and that they changed the name to ISIS to confuse people 3 years ago. And then Cy Hirsch released it in New Yorker Magazine and London Review of Books, and then wanted to come on my show and say, thank you, Alex, you broke some of this. You're part of the story, the Pulitzer Prize winner. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I got all that from the Army. That's the heroes. Oh, but I'm a conspiracy theorist when I say the superdelegates are stealing or that our government funds al-Qaeda. No. That's a pseudo-intellectual garbage term they use for unintellectual idiots to go, oh, that's a tinfoil hat. That's a crackpot. Hillary's our lady. You're just afraid of women. Now, I'm afraid of stolen elections. There's Paul Watson right there outside the Bilderberg Group meeting hotel by the Presidential Imperial Palace, formerly the King's Palace, where the royalty is meeting. And then we're going to be talking to him here in just a moment. We have their agenda. This is huge. It's up on drudgereport.com, Infowars.com, you name it. We have one of the Hillary superdelegates months and months ago, back during the New Hampshire primary, saying it doesn't matter if he wins all the votes. I'm a California superdelegate out here in New Hampshire helping run things, and I'm going to give my vote to Hillary. We got his name and everything. But you see, they just did it. And some Democrats are in the news going, this is horrible. Yes, you're going to be called a crackpot now. They'll go, there was never a vote. There was never a vote. There's the article, Kit Daniels, February 12th, 2016, Hillary superdelegate, why your vote doesn't count. You scroll down, there's the video. Bob Mulholland. We're going to play that later. Just wanted to show everybody that. I love his little arrogance, his little piggy arrogance, all the little goody indulgences and knickknacks and royal giblets, you know, little baronies, little duchies that are doled out to little mini viceroys on a regular basis. In fact, we have the clip now. Let's just play this. Then I'll go to the guys in Germany. Then the best, most powerful Trump clips ever. But first, here is the superdelegate openly bragging to InfoWars. Here it is.
We're here at the Red Arrow Diner, and we've gone further down the bar here, and we've found this gentleman. What's your name?
Bob Mulholland from Chico, California. I'm a DNC member, thus a superdelegate to the National Convention.
Wow, so that's the first time I can think of that I've talked with a Democratic superdelegate. Tell us, how long have you been a superdelegate? How long have you been delegate? And tell us a little bit more about the process of how you get to be a superdelegate.
There's several ways, but this will be my 11th national convention. I've been a superdelegate since 1992. In our case, in California, you have to get elected by the California Democratic Party to be on the DNC. Obviously, Democratic governors are automatic superdelegates.
So understandably, that it sounds like Hillary is going to have a huge edge when it comes to superdelegates. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, and former DNC chairs like Howard Dean, who's from Vermont, he's known Bernie for decades, he's for Hillary. Yeah, the people who have worked with Hillary for decades are big supporters of her. If they haven't said so yet, they will over the next several weeks.
So roughly, when it comes to the Democratic National Convention, what is the rough total of delegates that are going to be available for the DNC?
Right now, about 4,800. So you need about almost 2,400 to get the nomination. And the way we work is that anybody who gets 15% more in election gets delegates. So this election will go all the way to California. Sanders will end up with well over 1,000 delegates, and Hillary will get the nomination.
Okay, now the superdelegates
there
are
you go.
basically what Hillary pretty much...
See the full video up on Infowars.com in that original article that we should flash back. Now, he did it better than the Republicans. Priebus and Curley, whatever his name was, it was all over TV going, listen, it doesn't matter how you vote. You can do 100%. We decide. Or George Will, writing for the Washington Post, he just said, look, we don't go with a mere plurality of the public and a majority. There is sovereignty, he said, of this party. Sovereignty, royalty, royalty. Like the Bilderberg meeting in the former German royalty complex right now. Here's some of the headlines. Bilderberg leak, secretive group to discuss internet ID, global tax. We're going to go to them here in just a moment. But briefly, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new product back in stock that's been sold out for 5 months. In fact, it's been sold out so long that I almost said just change the formula, but Dr. Group didn't want to do it. It is the ultimate cleanse for all sorts of different parasites, from bacteria right down to you name it. And it has dramatic effects. It has incredible reviews. It's back in stock. The statistics are clear. 9 out of 10 people are infested with harmful organisms like Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, I won't get rid of her. I'm being sarcastic. Once these organisms have made it inside your body, they steal your nutrients and release toxic waste. It's time to start eliminating toxic and harmful organisms from your body. The worms and stuff crap inside you, folks. Our InfoWars Life Living Defense Harmful Organism Cleanser is now back in stock at InfoWarsLife.com. I almost discontinued this because it's so hard to get the ingredients and it's been gone forever. Because everything, we got to have everything past California standards. And it's almost impossible, and we get the only best organic. It's just, folks know what we get 5 stars. Living Defense uses organic herbs and enzymes to help naturally cleanse harmful organisms from the body. Stock up and start cleansing now at InfoWarsLife.com. Before we sell it again, that's InfoWarsLife.com. Yeah, and we're really trying to up the production to be able to not run out. Here is Vic in Tucson, Arizona, says, Living Defense, this is done with deep cleanse, and neither had side effects. Easiest cleanse I've ever done with the ingredients of the product is terrific and well-priced. Thank you, Alex and crew. Here's one from Dan in Spring Hill, Florida. Living Defense is awesome. Taking Living Defense daily now has made a huge impact on my health and feeling of wellness. You have to try it for yourself. Yeah, it's also really good for you in a lot of other levels. Just go read all the ingredients. It's got the kitchen sink in it. So that's some of the exciting things that are happening right now. Secret 12 is a super high-quality organic form of absorbable vitamin B12. Most people can't absorb B12 in the stomach. It has to be absorbed through injections or in the mouth, preferably under the tongue. That's what this is for. It's 80% methylcobalamin. Then it has 20% another form of vitamin B12 that helps absorb it. What is it? Cinadilcobalamin? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Just go read why this is the ultimate formula from our research, InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free, 888-253-3139. And don't forget, we have a new system from Alexa Pure. That is the Alexa Pure Breeze 4-stage, incredible filter, does 800 square feet to 99.99% with 4 different filters, different technologies, 4 different ones. It runs almost silent. Comparable units are up to $1,000. You can get some other decent ones for $400. It is, ladies and gentlemen, still on sale. I didn't just keep running the sale. I heard the ad running, and I guess our ad guy is at a conference. And so I'm like, wow, that special's supposed to be gone. Pull that ad, thinking that it wouldn't be on the shopping cart for 26% off out of the gates. But it's still extended because the special's not been taken down. So you know what? I'm extending it until next week. Boom. I don't even know if I'm authorized to do that, but I'm here, and train wrecks we will turn into lemonade. Big, fat, giant lemons, they are now lemonade for you. I wonder why the sales of it were still so high. This unit is cheap at $300, incredibly cheap at $224 like it normally is. It's $180-something right now. InfoWarsStore.com, out of the gates, only exclusively here. It's the same folks that make Alexa Pure Pro and all the great water filtration systems that you can get 10% off of with promo code WATER and get free shipping on orders $50 or more. and get 10% off. We sign up for auto ship on things like Living Defense or things like X2 or things like Liver Shield. Or, I mean, it's all there, Infowars.